Harman and Steel incorporated both Blackridge Holdings and the lobbying group that's been pushing the water acquisition bill. That's not a coincidence. That's the same machine.
Calloway suspected Whitmore but had no proof. The county records give us the connection between Blackridge and her lobbying arm. That's the bridge. While you were out, I pulled the state legislature's public disclosure records. Senator Whitmore's campaign finance filings show a series of donations from a PAC called Montana Futures Alliance. Montana Futures Alliance shares a registered address with Montana Clean Water Futures Initiative. Same building, different floor.
She's funding her own campaign through the same network she's using to poison the water supply, to acquire the land, to control the water rights, to get paid again on the other end.
And Hargrove was her fixer in Copper Falls. Reardon was the local cover. Brock Deaver was the plant on Calloway's property to make Calloway look guilty. Every layer pointed at someone else. Deaver pointed at Calloway, Calloway's address pointed at Blackridge. Blackridge pointed at Meridian. Meridian pointed at Hargrove. And Hargrove was supposed to be the end of the chain.
Until us.
The EPA investigation will hit Hargrove. But if Hargrove makes a deal before we connect Whitmore directly, she walks. She's 3 layers removed from anything physical. How fast can we build the Whitmore connection into something a federal investigator could use?
The campaign finance filing is public record. That's clean. The shared address between the two PACs, public record. The Harman and Steel incorporation of both Blackridge and the lobbying group, public record. Put them all together with the county land assessment request and the EPA water contamination evidence. It's circumstantial, but it's a very strong pattern. Patterns are what federal investigators use to get warrants. Once they have a warrant, they can pull the things that aren't public record.
Can you put it all together tonight? Clean, sourced, everything linked.
Yes, but I'm going to need the history paper extension I am definitely not going to ask for.
I'll write you a note.
From who?
Does it matter?
That's terrifying. Yes, do it.
Calloway is calling his lawyer in Billings today. State-level representation bypasses the county completely. When Finn's package is ready, we send it to the lawyer. She can coordinate with the state EPA investigation and escalate to federal if the Whitmore connection holds.
And Walsh?
Not yet. Walsh is young and he walked into a department that's been compromised. If he takes this to the wrong person, his career is over before it starts. We protect him by keeping him out until we know exactly what we're handing him. He already knows something is wrong, he just doesn't know what to do about it. How do you know that? I've been watching him. He drives past the mine property on his off days. He's been trying to figure it out on his own.
She watches everyone. It saved us twice. I know. I'm choosing to find it reassuring.
You have something on your mind.
I always have something on my mind.
This is a different something.
Grandma, Senator Whitmore, what do you know about her?
Elaine Whitmore, 9 years in the state legislature. Comes through Copper Falls every election cycle, shakes hands, buys coffee at the diner. Always very interested in the land out east. Why?
Just curious. She's been in the news.
ZURI.
Yes, ma'am.
I raised your mother and your mother raised you, and I know exactly what just curious sounds like in this family. It sounds like nothing you have ever said in your life.
She's been pushing a water rights bill, acquisition of the Eastern Valley.
The Calloway land. The Harwick Road properties.
You know about it?
This is a small town, baby. There are no secrets here, just things people haven't said out loud yet. Gerald Callow passed to Rhodes about the pressure to sell 2 years ago. Rhodes told the Deacon Board. The Deacon Board includes your grandfather's old fishing partner, who told me.
Did anybody think it was strange? The pressure to sell?
Strange isn't the word I'd use.
What word would you use?
Familiar. People with money and power have been trying to take things from people with land in this valley for 100 years. The names change. The method changes. The thing they want never does.
Grandma, if someone needed to get this information to the right people who couldn't be reached through normal channels, is there anyone in this town you trust with that?
How long have you been carrying this?
A few weeks.
Are you safe?
I think so, for now.
Judge Carla Reeves, State Circuit Court, retired. She lives in Missoula now. She grew up here. She has never forgotten what this town is, and she has never stopped caring about it. If your lawyer in Billings needs someone to call, someone with standing and credibility above county level, Carla Reeves is that person. Are you going to eat something, or are you going to save the world on an empty stomach?
Can I do both?
That's my girl.
Judge Carla Reeves, retired State Circuit Court. Grew up here. My grandmother trusts her. When Calloway's lawyer in Billings is ready to escalate, this is who she calls.
Your grandmother came through.
My grandmother always comes through. She's known about the land pressure for 2 years and nobody asked her the right question.
I have the package built. Everything's sourced and linked. EPA submission confirmation, county records photographs, Black Ridge Incorporation documents, campaign finance filings, the PAC address match, the Harmon and Steele connection. 37 pages. Clean.
Send it to Calloway's lawyer. Tonight.
Already drafted the email. Waiting on your say.
Send it. Can I update it? Go ahead.
That's a senator. That's a senator.
That's a senator who thought Copper Falls was small enough to disappear in. She was wrong about that.
Okay, I need to sleep for approximately 11 hours and then write a history paper. In that order.
Same. Essay. Not optional.
Sunday is still a day.
I finished my homework last Tuesday.
Of course you did.
I knew the weekend would be busy. We're not done. The EPA is moving. Calloway's lawyer has the package. Judge Reeves is a phone call away, but Whitmore doesn't know any of that yet. And when she finds out,
She's going to do something.
people like her always do something. We need to be ready for what that looks like.
Sunday, rest, then ready.
I'm told you and your friends have been active this year.
We participate in extracurriculars.
Deputy Walsh stopped by this morning. Off the record. He said he received an anonymous message Saturday night. He's been trying to figure out who sent it.
He also said, and this is the part I found interesting, that he has information he can't take to his own department.
And he needs someone he can trust.
What did you tell him?
I told him to find out for himself.